Thanks for tuning in to Mirror Now. I'm Marti Subramaniam. Our top focus is our campaign, Mahul, India's Toxic Hell. Now, an RTI has revealed that as many as 88 people have died in the last 2 years in Mahul, Mumbai. This alarming number of deaths are mainly due to respiratory diseases and TB. These details have emerged at a time when the residents' protest demanding the government to relocate them enters the 35th day. The residents living in Mahul are surrounded by factories all around and are forced to breathe toxic air. Right, 88 deaths in the last 2 months. These shocking details coming to light in an RTI application filed by the residents of Mahul. Now, a large number of these deaths are a result of respiratory diseases and tuberculosis. Remember, the conditions that these people are living in are extremely unhealthy, surrounded by refineries on both sides. Every day, every single house in Mahul has somebody suffering from a respiratory ailment or a skin disorder. Now, the residents have given a final deadline till December 13th to the state government to decide on their alternate accommodation. They have threatened to march directly to the Chief Minister's residence if the government fails to take any action. Mahul residents have been protesting for the past 35 days, demanding that they be relocated to a better accommodation. Now, they have threatened that by the 13th of December, if the government does not pay heed to their demands, they are going to march to the Chief Minister's residence. Now, joining me for more information is my colleague Tanvi. Tanvi, this RTI information reveals 88 deaths in the last 2 months alone. Is there anything else that you can share with us from the RTI that throws light on what unhealthy conditions these residents are forced to live in?
Absolutely, and this is what we've been also raising here, that, that place where these people are living, 30,000 of them, is absolutely not livable. It's a toxic hell. You're surrounded by factories from all around. You're breathing in that toxic air every single day. As you know, Aarti, the citizens of Mahul, the residents of Mahul have been now on a protest for 35 days. But the politicians have made a mockery out of this. They make a promise one day, the next day, then they say, we will rethink on this, what we can do, where we can shift you. They're absolutely not taking this problem seriously. One can only hope that with this data out, at least the Maharashtra government will now wake up and realize that how serious this issue is. I believe we've got one of the activists with us now with more details.
Right, Bilal Khan, who's a petitioner in this case, joining us on the phone line. Mr. Khan, 88 deaths in 2 months. How many more people are going to have to die before the Maharashtra government wakes up and takes note of the conditions that these people have been living in?
Yes, exactly. Actually, these deaths are recorded in a period of 2 years, from 2016 to 18, October 18. This is also a very large, a large number of deaths happening because of same reason. Most of the deaths which have been recorded and which has been in the data of BMC are because of the pollution-related diseases, like cardiac arrest, respiratory morbidity, hepatitis, which is hepatitis, and jaundice, which is waterborne diseases. All this is because of contaminated water and polluted air in the Mahul area. So, this is something which we have been repeatedly saying since more than a year, that this place is not livable. People are dying because of pollution-related diseases. This has been proved by BMC's own report that people are dying there because of the pollution-related death. Now, nobody can say that this place is. It will be exactly. It is the mockery of all those deaths which have happened, of all those people who have sacrificed their life by proving that this place is not livable.
Right, Mr. Khan, what is the response that we have received from the state government so far? 35 days, the residents of Mahul have been protesting and they've been given assurance after assurance, but nothing concrete has really emerged.
We haven't, whatever response the government has given, it is so irresponsible and it's so shocking that one minister of the same government is willing to help us. One minister is willing to propose the solution, but when it comes to take decision, Chief Minister refuses to act on any of the proposals his ministers are suggesting. Mr. Ramdas Kadam, who is the Environment Minister of the Maharashtra state has written 2 times to the Chief Minister saying that this place is not livable, it is not suitable for human habitation. People should be immediately shifted to better safe housing. Then Prakash Mehta has said that it is possible to shift people in all those houses which are lying vacant. He has suggested a resettlement site where 5,500 tenements are easily available. And then there is an order of the High Court, Maharashtra government, especially Chief Minister, saying no heed to an issue which involves life and death of 30,000 residents. It's so shocking. It's so pathetic attitude of the government. So callous.
Absolutely. Really sorry, State Affairs. Stay with us. Disha Shah, our correspondent, also joining us from Mahul. Disha, could you just take us to some of these shocking details that have come to light in this RTI? 88 people dead in 2 years.
Well, absolutely, Aarti. This is the government's data itself, the BMC, which really reveals that 88 people have died in the last 2 years in Mahul alone. And these are the people who have been the project-affected people who were shifted from Tansa pipeline. So this is the clear-cut picture here, Aarti, right from the government data, which reveals 88. And that's really not, figure which is actually coincidence here, Aarti, because at the end of the day, here we are talking about people who are suffering because of pollution, and you can see these are these people who have been sitting right here on the streets for the past 35 days. And the cause of death, which the RTI actually reveals, is due to the respiratory attacks, due to the cardiac respiratory issues as well. So all of these are the details that really the RTI reveals at this point in time. We have a resident with us. Sir, शुक्रिया हमारे चैनल पे बात करने के लिए. सर, काफ़ी सारे गवर्नमेंट अथॉरिटीज़, मल्टीपल मीटिंग्स हो चुकी है, अश्योरेंसेस मिल चुके हैं. सीएम के साथ आपकी जो मीटिंग होने वाली थी वो नहीं हो पाई है. सो एट द एंड ऑफ द डे अभी आपका नेक्स्ट कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन क्या है? बिकॉज आज 35th डे है जो आप स्ट्रीट्स पे बैठे हैं.
मैडम, ऐसा है कि पिछले 35 दिनों से हम यहाँ बैठे हैं और हम चाहते हैं कि सीएम हमसे बात करे और कुछ हमारे मसले पे सॉल्यूशन निकाले. आज हमारे यहाँ लगभग 84 लोग मरने की बीएमसी ने गवाही दी है. उन्होंने आरटीआई हमने डाला था, वो आरटीआई के मार्फत उन्होंने बताया कि 84 लोग मरे हैं, जिनमें सारे के सारे कुछ रेस्पिरेटरी प्रॉब्लम या कुछ टीबी से, कुछ कैंसर से, सब पोल्यूशन रिलेटेड मौतें हुई हैं. और ये इस मौतों की जिम्मेदारी सरकार की है. तो हम चाहते हैं कि मुख्यमंत्री इसका जवाब दे और वो हमारे सामने से आके बात करे. हमने इसके लिए उनको 35 दिनों से हम उनका इंतज़ार करते हैं, वो नहीं आए. अभी हम ताई आई है और ताई ने बताया है कि अगर वो हमको कुछ ठोस निर्णय नहीं देते हैं तो 12 तारीख को हम या तो शव यात्रा करेंगे या कोई और यात्रा करेंगे, या हम बाद में जाहिर करेंगे. लेकिन हम कुछ ठोस करने वाले हैं. उसके लिए सारे मुंबई का स्लम एक साथ आएगा और कम से कम 25,000 लोग रहेंगे साथ में. और हम सीएम को उस दिन झंझोड़ के जगाएंगे कि तुम सोए नहीं हो, सोने का नाटक कर रहे हो, ये हम बताएंगे उनको.
So, Aarti, here, of course, it is a matter of life and death for all of these people who have been suffering, not only for the past 35 days, but for the last 1.5 years. None of the ministers have come here to see the situation on the ground, that how they are coping up, living, eating and sleeping here right on the street. The housing minister, Prakash Mehta, stays right 5 minutes from the location from their protest site, but he has not made a single visit for once. None of the officers from the BMC itself. So here we are talking about absolutely carelessness from the government here, because they do not know at the end of the day it is the concern of life and death. All the authorities possible, right from NGT, from the CAG report, everyone has stated that there is a pollution which exists. The air is poisonous, the water is contaminated, and at the end of the day the residents should not have been moved at that locality. But whatever said and done, the government did so, but at the end of the day it is taking 2 years almost for the government to realize that there is a problem which exists. There have been multiple assurances from the ministers, from the housing minister,
Right.
environment minister, but none of it is actually as far as the implementation is concerned, it is not
Right.
happening on the ground level.
Right, Disha, and it's been over a month now that they have been protesting, but there's been a lot of back and forth and contradictory information that is coming from the central government. You have from the state government, I beg your pardon, now you have the chief minister who says something, and you have the housing minister who says something completely different.
Well, that is what, and both of it, the housing minister, whenever he has made statements, that is there on camera. He has told us that, Aarti, first and foremost, when on 12th of November, all of these residents had a meeting with the housing minister, he assured them that they will be shifted to HDIL Kurla, where there are 11,000 PAPs which are empty at this point in time. So at least 5,500 houses can be located, can be given to these 30,000 families in concern. But exactly after 5 days, when Aditya Thackeray, the Shiv Sena Yuva chief, met the chief minister, he backtracked on the promise and he said that there are no PAPs which are empty, especially in Kurla HDIL, because it is under litigation and they cannot be given at that point in time to these residents. So we still do not know, and exactly a day later, Aarti, we again questioned the housing minister on the CM statement. And on camera, he told us that the government is very confident, the chief minister is very confident of giving them in HDI Kurla itself. So here we have two different contradictory statements coming from the same housing authority here in concern. Prakash Mehta, he's the housing minister. He is at a position where he is communicating with the residents. He's a mediator between the residents and the chief minister. But at the end of the day, you can see what is the plight right now by these senior citizens, the kids who have been sitting here on the streets for the last 35 days. But
Right,
nothing,
Disha, I'm just going to interrupt you for a minute.
And only the matter of delaying time, either by the chief minister.
Disha, I'm just going to interrupt you for a minute. We have Anil Desai of the Shiv Sena joining us on the phone line. Mr. Desai, 35 days you have had residents of Mahul protesting continuously. Why is it that nobody from the government has gone and met them and actually heard them out?
It is not so. Shiv Sena leader himself, Aditya Thackeray, Yuva Sena Pramukh, has already visited. He saw the plight. He saw the condition of the residents over there. It has been brought to the notice of Chief Minister of the state elaborately. I mean, he's been continuously after this. And it is true that, I mean, what conditions are there, I mean, it's not livable. There's no doubt about it. And I'm sure, I mean, when the matter was brought to the notice of Chief Minister immediately, he had asked the concerned officials of the housing department and concerned officials, those who are dealing with even from the health also officers, and things are under consideration. And I think the way agitation has taken place, I mean, there are no two opinions that, I mean, people of Mahul, what they are facing, everyone feels really seriously about it. And proper steps are being taken and will be taken very soon.
Mr. Desai, you seem to put the onus on this rehabilitation entirely on the Chief Minister, but you are also in power. And isn't there any deadline that you're going to give them, any assurance of concrete action? Because we've been hearing these promises for a very long time that something will be done. You yourself are admitting that there is no denying the fact that they're living in terrible conditions. So why don't you set a deadline and say that by this date, we assure you that you're going to live in a better accommodation where your life is not threatened every single day?
Absolutely. I mean, whatever deficiencies are there, they are being taken care of, and I think immediate action is in the offing, and that will be soon, very soon. That will be seen very soon.
Mr. Desai, but I'm asking you this again, are you going to put a date to it? Because we've heard this so many times in the past. Is there a deadline that your government is setting to the residents of Mahul?
See, action, very positive action, that is the solution for this. I mean, deadline, and instead of putting it the other way around, I mean, action, that is what is necessary, and people of Mahul are looking forward to it, which is being done. That much I can say. Thank you.
Right, Anil Desai of the Shiv Sena joining us there. Disha, if I can come back to you, I'm so sorry I had to interrupt you like that. Could you just speak to some of the people there? I don't know if they caught what Mr. Anil Desai was saying, but he has told them that the Shiv Sena, and he's specifying that the Shiv Sena is very concerned about them and they are going to move them soon.
Well, I'll take that question right to the residents here. Ma'am, आप बताइए यहाँ पे सरकार जो है, स्पेशली शिवसेना में से जो है कुछ लीडर्स एमएलएस बोल रहे हैं कि वो काफ़ी कंसर्न्ड है आपकी सिचुएशन के बारे में, बट वो डेडलाइन नहीं सेट कर सकते बिकॉज एट द एंड ऑफ द डे चीफ मिनिस्टर के हाथ में सब मामला है.
अगर चीफ मिनिस्टर के हाथ में अगर ये सारा मामला है तो वो जल्दी निर्णय लेते क्यों नहीं है? अगर वो उनको इतना ही वो चाहते हैं कि अगर हम यहाँ ऐसे नहीं रहे तो उनको चीफ मिनिस्टर को सोचना चाहिए कि अगर आज हम अगर 35 दिनों से आज यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं, अगर किसी और के हाथ में नहीं तो इनके तो हाथ में है, तो इनको तो कुछ निर्णय लेना चाहिए। हमारी जान को जो इन्होंने जोखिम में डाल के रखा है, रास्ते पे आज 35 दिनों से हम सो रहे हैं, इसकी तो उनको जानकारी तो जा ही रही है। यहाँ पे हम रास्ते पे खा रहे हैं, सो रहे हैं, बच्चे हमारे यही जगह से स्कूल जा रहे हैं। तो आज 35 दिनों में आज इन्होंने कुछ निर्णय लिया, तो आगे ये क्या करना चाह रहे हैं हमारे लिए?
कोई भी सरकार का कोई भी मिनिस्टर या मंत्री या एमएलए कोई भी यहाँ पे आके देख के गया है कि आप कौन से और कैसे हालत में रहे?
किससे भी आले यहाँ पे कोई मंत्री या कोई सरकार यहाँ पे यहाँ के हमको देख के नहीं गई है।
फक्त शिवसेनेचे कुडाळकर आले होते, मंगेश कुडाळकर. आम्हाला त्यांचा भरपूर सपोर्ट आहे. असं नाही की काय मदत करत नाहीत, की आदित्य ठाकरे सुद्धा आम्हाला भरपूर मदत करतात. पण बाकीचे कुठलेही सरकार यांचं कुणीही आम्हाला काही मदत नाही आहे, कसलीच नाही आहे. 35 दिन हो चुके हैं लेकिन किसकी हेल्प नहीं है. हम अपनी जिम्मेदारी पे सब कर रहे हैं, किसी की हेल्प भी नहीं है.
Here, Aarti, it's been almost 35 days, like they are saying life and death is what they are actually facing at this point in time. They say that they vote for the government, but at the end of the day, when it comes for the government to do something which they really have to do, they neglect it altogether, they avoid it, and they say no one from the BJP, none of them have really come here and seen what they are living through at this point in time. You can see their kitchen is set up here at this very place because they have been eating, drinking, sleeping here. Their kids have been sleeping here. You can see even 2-month-old. So here is the situation. In fact, they say they at least feel better here because they are able to live and breathe a better air and not a polluted one like what they had been facing in Mahul for the last 1.5 years.
Right, Disha Shah bringing us all those updates as an RTI confirms how unhealthy and unsafe the living conditions are in Mahul. Thanks, Disha.